everybody, welcome to the video. We're going to start ripping apart the 2003 Jeep TJ with the 4-liter engine. If you watch my other videos, we have been spending the last month or so getting the other engine ready to go, plus doing other projects, and now I'm going to start ripping it apart. So how I'm going to rip the engine out of this, I'm going to remove the grill, the rad, I'm going to gut the front bumper off, and we're basically going to pull the engine straight out this way. So basically what I'm going to do is going to do a step-by-step on what I'm doing and all the steps I'm taking apart, everything, getting ready to pull, and things that I encounter that are giving me grief and everything else, because I've never pulled an engine out of a Jeep before, so this will be a new experience. If you're watching this video, it's probably going to be the same for you. So there's going to be a long version to the video, then there's going to be a simplified version, and I'm also doing a time lapse throughout the whole project, which is going to be removing, installing the new engine, putting the lift kit on, touching up the paint, cleaning the interior, putting the stereo in, and then finally test driving it and all the other crap. So we're going to start off right now. I'm probably going to start ripping the bumpers and shit off, and then going to start gutting all the hoses, drain the coolant, drain the oil, everything else, get that started, and then continue on throughout the next month or so. Alright? This with any project, you're always going to have problems with the bottom bolts of the bumper stripped out. When I was taking them out, they're like a T55 Torx, and tried using Easy Out to get them out, and ended up just welding some fucking bolts on, or nuts I should say, welding some nuts on them, and then using my impact gun to rip them out. Now the bumper's off, gonna jet this plastic cover off and start working on pulling the grill and shit apart. Just want to show you this to drain the radiator fluid out of your Jeep TJ on the passenger side of the rad. There's your drain cock and your drain hole. So I got a bucket. Just gonna fucking scoot it underneath like that, open her up and let her buck. She's open, she's chooching into the barrel now. One of the next few things we're gonna do, and probably not today, is drain the oil. Get all that done too before we yank the bitch out. Fuck, look at that shit coming out of the rad. This is the very tail end, looks like oil almost. So the rad hoses are off the bottom. There's the bottom rad hose. There's a couple more lines that are connected to the rad itself. Up there. These little fucking lines, I didn't even waste my time with them. I tried a little bit at first trying to get them off, and they just fucking fought with them, so I ended up just snipping them. They're on a barb, so basically once these little hoses have been on a barb, they're pretty virtually impossible to get off, so I just ripped them off, cut them and tore them off. I'll just put new ones on or see if I can shorten them. So now we're going to remove the rad hose from the top and get ready to pull the whole grill out. Alright, we got everything to come off now. We got to get the whole front end off with the rad and everything. You got 6 bolts on each side on the insides of the fender. There's 3 back here, there's 3 in the front, both sides, there's 1 in the middle. Do all your electrical cords, and basically the radiator, everything should just come out, except for one hose that looks like I forgot to take off, which is a 10 mil. Let me just set that there and I'll rip that apart. Alright, that was the differential breather here, it's tied up to the rad. Now everything should just pop right out. Just like that. So now that we've got the front grill and everything out, you can see, I was talking about the bolt holes. 3 here, 3 there, 1 in the middle, same thing both sides. This and the wiring. So now I got access to the front, which is going to make it really easier when we go to pull the engine out. It's an automatic transmission. I don't want to fuck around with it too much. I wish it was a standard, but for 500 bucks I purchased this Jeep for. Beggars can't be choosers. It's a cheap project. I'm going to be able to build it for really cheap and make a pretty good profit off it when I sell it. So now we're going to remove the fan and to get rid of the fan. You get rid of the air box. And that's going to be it for today. And then I'm still waiting on special torque wrenches, or torques I should say, to remove the engine bolts at the rear. But for right now there's other things we can be doing. Now you need this fan for the other engine, because when I bought the other engine from the wrecking yard, it was kind of laying on its fan. I don't know if the fan blade's true anymore, and if it's not true, we could end up in a world of hurt where we go to start it up, vibration, everything else. At least with this Jeep engine, there's lots of parts I could salvage off of it, like the sensors, alternator. I'm gonna have to use a starter on the new one. But the engine's basically junk. It's knocking. If you watch the other videos, you know, 275,000 K. She's knocking like a bitch. So I'm gonna remove the other shit, then we're gonna finish this video off. A lot of vehicles, the fan is a right-hand thread. This is just your regular right tight, lefty loosey. What I did is I took this fan clutch holder, and I didn't have a wrench big enough, so I used a crescent wrench. I had the crescent wrench out like that. And then between the fan and that, I had this pry bar pressing the wrench against the clutch tool here. And I took this little fucking mini sledgehammer here. I beat it like a whore. I just kept fucking pounding on it, teaching a lesson. And finally the fan broke free and it spins off on your left hand side. So now that I got that off, rip the air breather out, and I'm gonna call it a day for today. I'm gonna leave it at this for now. Next week I'm gonna work on some more. I'm hoping their special wrench comes for the transmission by the weekend. That'll be nice, because I got the long weekend in May, Friday or Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Lots of time to get the engine ripped out, maybe even get the new one put in if everything works out. But in the meantime, I set up another camera on the side. You can't see it, but I am time-lapsing the whole project from top to bottom. It says to take a picture once every 10 seconds. So gonna time lapse from pulling the engine, putting the engine in, putting the lift kit in, doing everything else, every kind of mod to have. So it's basically gonna be able to see the whole video in time lapse, and when I upload each segment, there's gonna be a time lapse of what I did that day set up here, just that you can see what kind of goes on and kind of like, you know, background stuff. Because a lot of times videos, they're just really brief, so because you don't want to spend a lot of time fucking filming and say, hey, you know, remove this bolt, you basically just fuck around. So I'm hoping the time-lapse camera will kind of give you a brief insight how everything goes. But anyways, I'm gonna go. I want to get some groceries and get something to eat and get ready for work tomorrow. So I hope you subscribe. This is going to be a pretty good project, one of the better ones I'm going to be working on. But if you have any questions, post them below or follow me on Twitter at Bullshit Corner. See you later.